The saga surrounding Tommy Robinson, one of Britain's most polarizing figures, has just taken a wild turn, and it's got everyone talking. On Monday evening, British Transport Police nabbed a 42-year-old man from Bedfordshire at Luton Airport, fresh off a flight from Faro, Portugal. Nobody's saying it outright, but it's crystal clear. That man is Tommy Robinson, real name Stephen Yaxler-Lennon. This isn't some random bust. It's tied to a brutal alleged assault at St Pancras Station in London on July 28, a place crawling with cameras and commuters. The cops were waiting for him, tipped off about his return, and they didn't waste time hauling him in for questioning over suspicions of grievous bodily harm, GBH. But here's the kicker. After all the drama, he's been released on bail until September 2nd. If you're not fired up about this, you're not paying attention. Smash that like button, subscribe. And let's rip into what's really going on here. This is the story the mainstream's too scared to touch. Let's cut through the noise. St Pancras International, one of the busiest transport hubs in the country, was the scene of the alleged incident. It's right there in the heart of London, next to King's Cross, under more surveillance than a spy movie. On that Monday night, around 8:40 p.m., police got a call about an assault. A man, reportedly 64 years old, was left with serious injuries, bad enough to land him in a major trauma center. He's since been discharged, but the injuries weren't a joke. We're talking serious but non-life-threatening, according to the British Transport Police. A video started making the rounds online almost immediately, showing a man lying motionless on the station floor near a stairwell to the Thameslink line. Tommy Robinson's right there, pacing like a caged animal, looking agitated. You can hear him in the clip, loud and clear, saying, "He's come at me, bruv." That's it. That one line is the spark that's got everyone losing their minds. Here's where it gets messy. The video doesn't show the fight itself. No punches, no kicks, no nothing. Just the aftermath. A guy on the ground and Robinson nearby, claiming self-defense. Was he attacked first? Did he throw the first punch? Nobody knows, because the footage conveniently starts after the action. This isn't some grainy flip phone video either. St Pancras is blanketed with HD cameras. If there's evidence of Robinson going full-on aggressor, you'd think the cops would have slapped charges on him faster than you can say lock him up. But they didn't. They questioned him, held him, and then let him walk on bail. That alone screams they don't have the full picture, or at least not enough to pin him down yet. If they had ironclad proof he was the bad guy, he'd still be in a cell. Period. Robinson's no stranger to the spotlight, and he's not hiding now. He's been lighting up X, yeah, that's Twitter for those still catching up, reposting messages from supporters but keeping his cards close on the incident itself. When a BBC journalist came sniffing around after the video went viral, Robinson fired back with a single word, slag. Classic. The media, predictably, jumped on it like vultures, acting like that one-word reply proves he's guilty. Give me a break. The man hasn't been charged, hasn't been convicted, and last I checked, this country still operates on innocent until proven guilty. His silence since then? Smart. He's not feeding the frenzy, letting the legal process play out instead of giving the tabloids more ammo. The public's reaction is a powder keg. On one side, you've got Robinson's supporters, who see this as another witch hunt to silence a guy who's been a thorn in the establishment's side for years. They are screaming about free speech, selective prosecution, and a system that's out to get anyone who dares challenge the narrative on crime and immigration. On the other side, his critics are frothing at the mouth, demanding his head on a platter before the investigation's even done. Social media's a battlefield. Posts on X are flying, with some calling him a thug who fled to Tenerife to dodge justice, while others insist he's being framed. One user, at the Norfolk Lion, warned people to hold off on judging, pointing out the video cuts out the actual incident. Another, at Eyes Woody Deep in 69, called him a coward, claiming he ran because he knows he's guilty. Nobody's got proof, but everyone's got an opinion. Let's stick to the facts. There was a confrontation at St Pancras. A man got hurt, badly. Robinson was there, claiming the guy came at him. He jetted off to Tenerife the next morning, which raised eyebrows, but he insists it was a planned trip, not a runner's escape. Cops tracked him to Faro, Portugal, and nabbed him the second he touched down at Luton. 5 officers, 2 vans, the works, like his public enemy number 1. He's now out on bail, and no charges have been filed. The police are still combing through CCTV, body cams, and witness statements. If there's damning footage, it hasn't surfaced. If there's a smoking gun, they haven't found it. Or maybe they are just not telling us. This isn't just about one fight at a train station. It's bigger. It's about whether the system plays fair or picks its targets based on who they are and what they say. Robinson's a lightning rod. Love him or hate him, he's been in the crosshairs for years. The media's quick to paint him as a villain, but they are awfully quiet when it comes to waiting for evidence. The same outlets screaming about justice are the ones cherry-picking facts to fit their narrative. Sound familiar? It should. This is about due process, transparency, and whether someone's politics can get them railroaded before the truth even has a chance to come out. Meanwhile, the circus keeps rolling. Nigel Farage, another figure the establishment loves to hate, is out there calling out Labour for diving into the gutter. He's fuming over Jess Phillips and Peter Kyle dragging his name through the mud, comparing his stance on the Online Safety Act to siding with predators like Jimmy Savile. Farage fired back, calling it wholly inappropriate and warning about state censorship creeping in. He's not wrong, this is a slippery slope, and the Robinson case feels like another chapter in that story. When the government and media decide who's guilty before the courts do, we're all in trouble. So where does this leave us? The investigation's ongoing. British Transport Police are digging, and September 2nd will be the next big date to watch. Will they charge Robinson? Will new footage blow the lid off this thing? Or will it fizzle out with no clear answers? One thing's for sure, this case is a flashpoint. It's not just about Tommy Robinson. It's about whether the system can be trusted to play it straight, no matter who's in the dock. We'll be watching every move, and we'll bring you the truth as it comes. Drop your thoughts in the comments. What do you make of this mess? Hit that like button, subscribe, and let's keep the pressure on for the real story, not the one the mainstream wants to sell you. https://www.telegraph.co.uk/news/2025/08/forward/08/forward/08/Tommy-Robinson-arrested-alleged-assault-at-DASH https://www.bbc.com/news/articles/CRR2DPXXZZ10 https://www.theguardian.com/uk-news/2025/August/05/Tommy-Robinson-bailed-after-arrest-on-suspicion-of-grievous-bodily-